In today's video, we're really just going to be looking at if something that I already have in my makeup bag can dupe Tati's Blendiful. How ironic would it be if the side that was truly more Blendiful was actually the sponge side? Ooh, conspiracy. You know, does this already exist is basically the question. Does this exist to a point to where it's like, I've already got this isn't revolutionary, this isn't anything? We're gonna find out. So if you want to see which side is the Blendiful side, then just keep watching. So to begin, just so that way it is completely fair, I'm going to be taking the Tatcha primer, and so I'm going to just go in with my sponge and I am pouncing that in. So I'm just taking a little bit right here, just like that. I'm going to be pressing that in. We're going to be using my trusty Dermacool. I typically do shade 208, but I do like to put just a little bit of the 207 in there as well. Just like this. And pounce it. So that is one side. So this is what we're working with. So, ooh, this is already like so much faster. I really like that. And this is not just me blowing smoke up Tati's butt either. So I'm taking the shade 213 in the Dermacool. So the sponge side. And then taking, this is probably a lot more bronzer than I normally use. But just putting it up in that hairline. Wow, that's super smooth. And that really just allows for it to be super cut and chiseled. Yeah, that's really nice. I feel like you can concentrate the product more so where you want it to be while also simultaneously diffusing it better. So you don't need to blend for as long. Like before, I had the mantra of like blend till you bleed because that's what's necessary, that's what's required. But with the Blendiful, it just seems like it's super seamless. This is the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover. For me, it's a dupe for Shape Tape. Sponge. Like with the under eye, like I feel like it's always been like you shouldn't swipe because you don't want to tug that skin. But I feel like if you press it in and then do like almost like a swipe and dab, like not that dab, but the other type of dab. This is the Clinique Chubby Stick, and this is in shade Amped Up Apple 01. So I'm just going in like that. It's not really, I feel like the sponge absorbed a lot of it. Like, let me see. There we go. That color's coming now. Just like that. Oh, did you see that? I immediately put the product on my face. See, I'm already seeing a major difference in just it not soaking up nearly as much product. And even go back to this side that still has the foundation on it and press it in. Look, and that just diffused it because it still had a little bit of product on there. I think this is truly a game changer, like for real, like no lie. And I am using the Bare Minerals Original Mineral Veil. Taking this side of the Blendiful. And I have a lot of like separation right here, my nose area. It's like the first place. And you can already see I did not blend it out as well. I know that that's a super attractive face while I'm talking, so. But anyway, there is some major separation right there in order to take care of that. Whereas on this side, it's like non-existent. I feel like there's just harsher lines over here. Like, can you see that? I would never use like a sponge like this for a powder bronzer, but I'm gonna try. So I'm just going in to this. Let me just see here. Ooh, you see how muddy that looks? Ooh, y'all. No. No, no, no. This is not. I just went to like Insta Mud. Like, and y'all probably can't see it too well, but it is not working. So I'm gonna just go in with this part right here and just fold it. Just like that. Oh, y'all, that's so pretty. It's not muddy like the other side was. It's like a really perfect diffuser. The best way I can use to describe this is that it just diffuses the product so beautifully. So that way, even if you get a little bit more than you needed, you can just diffuse it out. And there's just no harsh lines. Y'all, I really like it. I really, really like it. I'm gonna put on some brows and some mascara and a lip, and then we're gonna go outside. So be right back. Hey guys, so I'm back, changed clothes, getting ready to go work out with a full face makeup. That usually doesn't happen, but today's a special exception. So we're just here in natural lighting right now. It's pretty overcast today. So this is the Blendiful side versus this side. Now, one thing I will be able to say, from afar, they look pretty spot on. Like, they look really, really similar. So I feel like I can see my pores more here than I can here. I feel like here it's just a little bit more diffused, a little bit more airbrushed, which I personally like because my mom is constantly zooming in on her phone. Anytime I send her like a selfie or something, she'll be like, "Your nose pores are just so big. Can't you do something about that?" And like, y'all, I've used all of the pore filling primer in the world and they're still gonna be like the size of craters. So we just gotta live with it. But I do feel like it is a little bit more diffused here. Whereas I feel like there's a little bit of patchiness. Do you guys see a little bit here? I don't know. I feel like there's like a little bit less coverage here, which y'all know. I use Dermacol, the highest coverage foundation that I own, and the blush, I feel like whenever I went in with the blush, it actually picked up some of my foundation because I feel like over here, I have a much more fuller coverage look, whereas over here, I feel like there's some patchiness here. Do you guys see that? Agree? Disagree? Let me know. So I'm just gonna do some zoom ins for you guys just so that way you guys can kind of see the comparison of one side to the other. So the side is the makeup sponge side. And then the side that was the Blendiful is over here. Me personally, I definitely think that the Blendiful is worth it in order to have this more effortless airbrushed finish. And another thing I'll point out is that the surface area of the, I know I'm getting all like mathy and technical, but this is real stuff. So like the surface area of that sponge, like you've got the more, you know, straight edge, and then you've got the more egg-like, you know, finish of it. And trying to find additional like places that were clean that I could do my concealer, my foundation, my contour, my bronzer, my blush, I found that I was running out of space. And even as I was applying my mascara, I had like this little area right here that I had to use a Q-tip and take it off, which in turn then took off a little bit of my foundation. So I had to go back in, but I couldn't go back in at that point to fill that little space in, simply because the little makeup sponge didn't have a clean place on it for me to just, you know, put that right back into place. And I felt like that was a little bit compromising. If I'm in a rush, if I'm on the go, I can't use a beauty sponge for all of the things that I need it for. Whereas on this side, I really feel like there's just like a smoothness over here that just doesn't exist on the other side. So is this approved? Yes, it is approved by me. So you guys know that I love Tati, but if this was a flop, I would have told you, okay? Because you do get 2 sponges in here, or 2 Blendifuls in here for 18 bucks, whereas a beauty blender or beauty sponge typically ranges from 10 to 20 bucks a piece anyway. So if you get 2 for $18, that's really on the lower side of things. But not only that, right now I'm using like a buffing brush to be my touch-up for whenever I get these little foundation separation in my nose area, and I use that like a giant brush in order to be able to buff that in. But if I can just have the little Blendiful and pop it in my purse, like, we're golden. So I definitely encourage you guys to try it. For me, I think that Tati's really onto something here, because I give it 3 months before we see every other company's version of Tati's Blendiful. I really think that it's gonna wreck the market of beauty sponges, and it will really, really revolutionize the way that people do makeup. The one feedback that I do want to give Tati, I doubt she'll ever watch this, but in case she ever does, the one feedback that I would give is that she recommends that if we are going to wash these in the washer and dryer, that whenever we put it in the dryer, that we should put it in, like, you know, a delicates bag or something like that. And I don't know about y'all, but like, I don't have like a delicates bag. So I think it would have been a really great opportunity for her to be able to have like a Blendiful bag, to be like, to have not only for like storage inside of a makeup bag to like keep it clean and stuff, but if that bag could either double as a washing bag or have just an entirely separate bag that you put it in order to wash it. Again, just my feedback. Otherwise, y'all, I really think that this side of my face just looks so beautiful. There's some areas that definitely could be Blendifuled a little bit more, for sure. I think it's just user error, not necessarily like Blendiful error. Whereas on this side, like, there's no excuse. Like, I've been using like a makeup sponge for literally years, and I don't deal with patchy makeup literally ever. Tell me down in the comments what you think of this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and feel free to subscribe. I am trying to be able to, you know, put out more videos. So if there's any requests that you guys have, I'll be more than happy to explore those. I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Hey guys, so I just want to do a super quick update. So this is about how dirty the Blendiful still is. I did attempt to put like some soap and water on it and things like that. It is a little bit damp right now, but I was somewhat unsuccessful in being able to just like hand wash this super thoroughly to where it looked brand new again. So I do need to play with that a little bit more to see, you know, what tips and tricks I can do to be able to make this 100% clean again without having to just full on put it in the washer. Although I do want to put it in the washer, definitely, but I did want to show you guys a cool little trick that I just found that's probably super obvious to you guys, but this side I barely used at all. So you can actually take this little strap, let me see if I can do it one-handed, and so there you go. So now the strap is on the more yucky side, so you can just put your little hand, y'all, I'm doing hand acrobats over here. So you can actually put your hand on the dirty side with the strap and use the clean side. So really, when you think about it, you guys can actually get multiple uses out of this before having to like thoroughly wash it. So just wanted to give you guys that little tip that I just discovered. So
I will see you later. Bye.